I spoke to the senator last night. I read his bill prior to speaking with him. It was 2 pages. Simple, smart, pro-business. All it said was, look, stablecoin transparency, that's what this bill is about. It's saying, look, let's make these assets stable in the sense that we'll make them audited every 30 days. We'll find out what the underlying is, no different than a money market fund. And he's saying, look, make sure that any of the duration assets that are being held as the offset are not longer than 12 months in length. So basically, that would allow me as an institutional investor to go to my compliance officer and say, look, this is regulated now. We know what the underlying is. I'm only allowed to treat it like an equity right now. I can't even own much of stable coins, but I'd like to use it for maybe 30, 40, 50% of the treasury. If I knew that it was regulated, and he sees that potential too, it's way past 100 billion. He's basically saying, here's a bill that's pro-business, that's 2 pages long, that would solve this problem for everybody. Let's pass this. One vertical of opportunity. Instead of trying to pass all crypto, let's just deal with stablecoin, which has been so controversial for the last 2 years. He's saying, let's shine the light of transparency on it. Let's call it what it is. You know, Schwab has a money market fund. Fidelity has a money market fund. Why can't there be 5 or 6 different stablecoins that are all approved by this bill, made legal, and let me invest? Look, I said, I back you, Senator, on this. This is a fantastic idea. Instead of taking off the whole world's problems, let's solve stablecoin.
Bitcoin is once again trading higher as bullish momentum continues this week. Bitcoin rose to its highest level in 11 days, breaking resistance of $42,500 in the process. Ethereum was also hitting a 10-day high. It seems that after a rough start in April, Bitcoin has finally managed to regain its previous composure. Speaking about Bitcoin, Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank is bullish on crypto, and 20% of his operating company's portfolio consists of cryptocurrencies. The millionaire holds 32 positions in cryptocurrencies and revealed his bullish outlook on Bitcoin, Avalanche, Solana, and Matic. Hello and welcome to Money Talks. In today's video, prominent investor Kevin O'Leary, aka Mr. Wonderful, updates about why he has invested 20% of his wealth in cryptocurrencies, what we're seeing with blockchains at scale, uses of stablecoins, and crypto regulation. Make sure to stick around till the end of this video where Kevin speaks about other altcoins such as Ethereum, Solana, and what he thinks about their future. So without wasting any time, let's dive right into the video.
If you look at portfolio management, let's say you're doing you have $100 million, $100 billion sovereign fund, and I index for those guys, so I sort of know the rules of the road. You're allowed to invest up to 20% in any one sector and up to 5% in any one name within the sector. So if you like healthcare, you're overweight to 20%, but you can't go to 21. And that's how I run our operating company too. So I'm at max now on crypto, but also I believe that it's going to become the 12th sector of the economy at some point.
Absolutely.
So, it's going to take 10 years or whatever, but I look at it and say to myself, there's so much, it's all software innovation. Bitcoin's not a coin, it's software. So Ethereum and HBAR and all this stuff. So I look at it and say I should have a lot of bets. I'm very fortunate. I meet all these development teams all over the world and I can invest in them privately. I just put a big whack of cash into Polygon. I love what he's doing, Sandeep and his crew. HBAR, I'm in there, Solana, Serum, Helium. I mean, I got 32 positions.
So when you hit your 20%, does that mean now you have to start reshuffling because you can't allocate more?
Well, obviously the big daddies, my big positions are in Bitcoin, and I sell those up and down to 5% weightings. But I think that's just good portfolio management. I mean, and I've done well, so I can't complain. But at this point, I really start to think about this as financial services productivity. So in a way, I'm doing a lot of private equity in it. When I invest in a private position in Polygon, it's a long-term investment, thinking that that's going to be a way to reduce gas fees on Ethereum, which I think it is. So for me, these are innovations that I think are worth investing in. Well, I mean, that's where you start to make a bet on Solana, where you can get 100x, productivity there. Sam Bankman-Fried, I invested in FTX. I'm a paid spokesperson. I got to disclose that. I'm a big believer in centralized and decentralized wallets, and so I have investments in WonderFi. The Canadian regulator is allowing these companies to go public, so WonderFi is in Canada, Immutable Holdings in Canada, BitZero, another company that has the very first 100% sustainable Norwegian Bitcoining facility. That's a huge investment, and we're going to invest, the coin there stays on the balance sheet. and we're not using any carbon whatsoever. So these new innovations, to me, are interesting investments. Lummis, I thought, did a great job inviting, while she authored the bill, private investors like myself and many others to address the concerns. And that bill has got a lot of innovation in it. It's huge. My guess is Lummis will chop it up into 3 or 4 different bills by the time she tables it. But she's pro-productivity, she's pro-innovation, she's pro-stabilizing this as an American innovation and regulating it so that the SEC and other regulators can provide some kind of guardrail for the rest of the market. And frankly, for all the excitement, here we are at the Bitcoin conference. Bitcoin is not even $1 trillion yet, which in the context of financial assets is a nothing burger. And it could be 50 times that size if we just allowed it to be allocated for sovereign wealth and allocated for pension plans, which they can't do yet. So we need policy. So Lummis might provide it, a combination of her bill and that's bipartisan. Her bill has, you can't believe that you can have a Democrat sitting beside a Republican working on something together. When's the last time that ever happened?
About literally anything.
Yeah. So, and yet they're willing to do that to, expand our opportunities in cryptocurrencies. Yeah, and we haven't even talked about NFTs. I mean, are they securities? My argument would be if it has a utility to it, if it provides a distribution, it's probably a security.
Sure.
Let's regulate it that way. We have all the infrastructure, and then let that market grow. I personally want to use NFTs for authenticating watches, because I'm a big watch collector and there's so much fraud in that market. And if we had NFTs at the point of origin when they were minted, you would reduce the fraud by 90%.
Can you rate my watch?
That looks to me like a Rolex.
That's a Steve McQueen Explorer from the 70s.
Yes, that's a very rare piece.
Just know if you'd like it.
Yeah, no, I really
You're
like
the guy. If I ever want me to show my watch to someone.
That's a beauty.
Got the box, the original receipts.
While we're comparing watches, I have to show you this.
I'm not going to win this.
No. Listen, you know the story of the Snoopy from Omega?
Yeah, of course.
2 years ago, this is an old Explorer, and it was here at the conference where somebody realized on the back that Snoopy goes to the moon. You're going to see him. This is the back dial.
Literally.
He actually gets on a rocket and he goes to the moon. And so that watch went up 4,000% in value because all the Kryptonians wanted that piece because he's going to the moon. So I had to wear it today.
And I see you got the red band.
Yeah, well, they did that for me. Thank you, Omega, for the red band. I appreciate that. This lets me wear it on Shark Tank, which I'm going to do.
Oh.
I love this piece. I mean, that's a gorgeous
gorgeous. It'd be amazing
dial.
it's beautiful. It'd be amazing if people could see the back.
Well, that's
need to broadcast it.
That's the
NFT over your
secret. He's
shoulder.
going to the moon and landing on the moon, and the whole thing kind of fits that whole optimism about Bitcoin to the moon, baby.
We're going.
And he's going there on the back of the watch.
Once the regulators get out of the way. Thank you so much, Kevin.
You got it.
Really
Great talking to you.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Kevin O'Leary also revealed that Ethereum is too slow for him as a financial services guy, and he is bullish on the potential of competitors Avalanche and Solana in light of recent updates in the project's potential. Of his operating company's portfolio, 20% is in crypto. O'Leary's relationship with FTX introduced him to Hydra, Polygon, and Helium, besides Sol, AVAX, and Matic. Mr. Wonderful revealed institutions are now keen on crypto investments with progress in the regulatory landscape. Mr. Wonderful believes it's impossible to know who's going to win. Therefore, he has exposure to various cryptocurrencies and platforms like FTX. He believes cryptocurrency adoption in the US could skyrocket with higher regulatory clarity. Also in 2022, O'Leary is looking at higher institutional capital inflow in crypto, regulatory clarity in the US, and growth in Ethereum's competitors Solana and Avalanche. Kevin O'Leary predicts that one day blockchain and cryptocurrency will represent the 12th sector of the S&P 500 and is very confident sensible government crypto regulation will happen before mass adoption. The pace and acceleration of policy proposals coming out of bipartisan Senate committees and the Hill has never been greater, according to Kevin O'Leary. Also, we've got the Loomis bill. We have the Haggerty bill for stablecoin, the Toomey bill for stablecoin. We have the POTUS executive order, all within 6 weeks of each other, all discussing the future of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency regulation has varied internationally, ranging from outright bans to early cases of Bitcoin becoming a country's national currency, as El Salvador announced in 2021. 15 countries currently ban Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and deem them illegal in any shape or form. On the opposite end, Canada allows Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, and has licensed a cross-country cryptocurrency dealer. O'Leary said that there's so much innovation going on in different geographies, with regulators at different stages of releasing policy on this, that we have fallen behind in the U.S. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has yet to introduce regulation for crypto exchanges, but SEC Chair Gary Gensler is hopeful to formalize guidelines this year. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve published a research and analysis white paper, which called attention to the price volatility, limitations on transaction throughput, and energy footprint of cryptocurrencies, suggesting that Fed may favor a central bank digital currency or stablecoin. So what do you think about Kevin's crypto portfolio? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.